subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Brother Ant CEO. Ant, what's up, brother?
What's going on, OG? How you feel?
What's going on with you, bro?
I really wanted to come up and debate that guy about the fake 1350 argument. They keep parading this fake stat around,
Oh yeah.
and you've debunked it a few times. I saw Daniel come up here and destroy this dude on it. I've debunked it a few times, but it's the most they always talk about IQ, but it's so funny because they never use this logic that they have. They only use the logic when it's beneficial. So they like to do things. One thing that you notice about with a lot of these people is they'll bring up like white crime, and they'll bring up like how the white Latinos, like the Mexicans and the Arabs, when they come over to America, they'll classify as white, so their crime numbers are higher. So they understand that these crime numbers, and which these are actually arrests, not convictions, but they never add that context. They can understand it when it's their community, but when it comes to us, when we mention how these Africans, these Caribbeans, some of
They're
these,
still
you're
arrested.
still
They're still
talking. You're
arrested.
still talking. I didn't. I wasn't talking.
Oh,
You have to calm down. I know you have low impulse control, but you got to calm down and let people finish. So as I was saying,
You're low impulse,
you got to
Austin.
buddy.
you got to calm your impulse control down, my guy. Being emotional, you act like a woman. Anyway, as I was saying, a lot of these
That's
people.
you. You were raised by just a single mother.
I
You
was
were raised
actually
by a
raised by
single
my
mother.
mother and my father.
Doubt it.
You can doubt it all you want to. I'm not here to go against that shit. You're talking about emotions. I'm talking about facts. Anyway, as I was saying, as you can see, the low impulse control and the low IQ, he doesn't have actually a logical debate. That's why he's reverting to ad hominem, because he doesn't have any intellectual power. Anyway, as I was saying, they understand, they know how to use it when it's beneficial.
Okay, Ant
Africans,
CEO.
still
You're not a
talking, bro.
CEO of anything.
Okay, that's fine. I don't really care. I'm not trying to have a dick measuring contest with a grown man on the internet. But so the Africans and the Caribbeans, some of these the Latinos, like these Dominicans, some of these Puerto Ricans, they classify as black as well. So their stats are higher. We're also the most exonerated. Um, we can talk about even biracials. Biracials, what do they classify
Prisons are
themselves
full of
as
black people.
sometimes as
Prisons
well?
are full of black people.
Still talking again, but the truth is, honestly, Tariq, the truth is, people like him, they're upset because he actually has no debate against what I'm saying. So you
Nah,
notice how he's reverting to just personal attacks.
he's trying to
He doesn't have anything else to say. I'm gonna let Daniel take from here. Shout out to Daniel. I appreciate you letting me up, Tariq.
take it. Now, Austin. Austin.
Yes, sir. Yo, Tariq, I wanted to ask you something. What were you saying
Yeah,
first?
yeah, no, Austin, don't troll out in here. That shit is corny. All right.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm
Now,
sorry, bro. I'm
what's
sorry.
going on? Let's talk. What's happening?
Yo, what's up? I wanted to. Do you co-sign the death of FBA veterans?
Do I co-sign the death as a veteran? What kind of question is that?
Yeah, because veterans are recruited by law enforcement agencies, right? You know, a lot of veterans when they get out of war times, they go into law enforcement. Is that right? Do you agree with
What
that?
does that have to do with anything?
Because I remember a while back where you were talking about Rodney Hinton. I was in the library listening to your video about Rodney Hinton and how you basically kind of celebrated the fact that he went out and killed that random cop after his son got shot justifiably. And I was wondering, do you since you're always talking?
Don't be a lying tether. I didn't celebrate anything. I didn't denounce it. I didn't celebrate, but don't lie. That's what we don't do. We're not going to do that.
Where you from, dude?
Ooh, me, Jacksonville. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida.
You European, Caucasian?
Nah, I'm black, bro. I'm full
You
black.
sure about that? Like where your people from now?
Jacksonville, Florida, bro.
Like before Jacksonville?
They're from the South all around.
Like three generations back from the South?
Nah, probably like 7 or 8, maybe even 9.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. So what do you have against police brutality?
I mean, does it exist in the modern era? Does police brutality exist?
I'm asking you.
I don't believe it does personally.
Gotcha. Are you a socialist?
No, no, I'm not. I'm not. I believe in a free open market. I believe in capitalism.
Oh, okay. So do you think that people should be punished for bad mistakes they make in the open market?
Yeah. That's the only way for transparency. Yeah.
Gotcha. You remember this event that happened? I want to say around 1775. That sound like a familiar year to you?
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Okay, okay. You had this group that decided they didn't want to be pushed around anymore, and they kind of said, you know what, no more. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I do.
Gotcha, gotcha. So you know that whole conversation when they were trying to get to the bottom of it, they had to have it based in facts. So if you want to have an honest conversation, you understand you can't start with a lie, right?
What's the lie?
I'm just asking the question. Just a general statement. But you would agree with that, all right?
I mean, you can't have an honest conversation with the basis of a lie. You're right. I don't know what I've lied about though.
I mean, I'm just asking a question because I just want to make sure we got some type of understanding
We do have an
because if
understanding.
we
Yes,
if
sir.
we men and we having a discussion, we got to be able to like have some type of base level so we can all understand where each other's coming from.
Of
So
course, yeah, for sure, for
so
sure.
so what seems to be your issue with like what we got going on here? Like you do understand that there are foundational Black Americans who served in the military who are
Yeah,
veterans. Some people we agree with ideology wise, others we don't, but that doesn't change their heritage or the sacrifices they made. Are you a veteran yourself?
no, no, man. I wouldn't. I couldn't even serve in that. I couldn't be even be
Mm-hmm.
put in the draft. I'm in college, so I'm
Gotcha.
excluded from the draft.
Oh, so not because okay, so you went to college to avoid
I'm
serving.
in college currently. I'm pretty young.
Oh, okay. What school you go to?
I go to University of Florida.
Okay, okay. So shouldn't you be doing other things besides trolling on the internet?
Nah, nah, man. It's Veterans Day, so we don't even have school tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So this is a pretty good off day for me. I finished all my homework. I got to start
Gotcha.
this project, but
So the
other than
crazy
that,
part
I
about
got
it is
enough time
you
today.
came into this conversation with a false accusation, which is
What's the
crazy.
false accusation?
You
This
said you
man's literally
celebrated
on
right.
record. That's one of his more popular YouTube videos. Him talking about how Rodney Hinton, how he basically co-signed the Rodney Hinton going out and killing a random cop.
Whoa,
It's
whoa, whoa,
on
How?
record.
hold on, time out, time out, time out. You know, basically is doing a lot of lifting in that situation. You didn't say that not one time.
He said it exposes I think he
But
said
try to
it did not or he said something about it exposes
Stuttering your
I don't really remember what he said, but
wait, wait. So let me get it straight. So you don't
it's
remember what
2 a.m.
yeah,
right now. I'm tripping, but he
yeah,
said
it's 2
it
a.m.
debunks something about black fragility and this will bring
So let me get
blacks
this straight.
together
It's
under a
2 a.m.
common enemy of police
So
officers or
listen,
whatever he said. I
I
don't
didn't hear
remember.
that not one
I,
time. So it's 2
I,
a.m.
What did
It's
he
Veterans
say?
Day, and you're
What
lying.
Tariq? What did you say? What did you say? Back me up. Back me up here,
no,
Tariq. What did you say in that video?
nothing. What you said, you're lying.
Yeah, you
What
the
you
one with
said
that. You
something
the one with the
about black
accusations.
fragility. It said something about black fragility, and I don't
Oh,
know, bro. You definitely co-signed the
oh,
death of that
Ha,
random
oh,
cop.
have you kept up with the case?
With Rodney Hinton? No, I don't care about nothing like that. But
No, I'm
I
saying
don't
he's been deemed mentally unfit.
exactly. So why co-sign what he
No,
did?
I'm saying
Why
that's
sanction
not
what he did?
that's
Why
not
sanction what he did?
co-signing. Listen, that's not co-signing. The government. I mean, the
Okay, this is
governing
what he
body
said. This is
over the
what he said. It's
case.
coming back. This is what he said. He's
The
coming back.
governing body over the case has said that he does not have the ability to stand trial for the most part because he was not unaware of his actions. He was distraught.
right.
You understand that
Oh,
that's a thing. So like that's the official position on
this
what
is
happened.
okay. It's coming back. This man Tariq is on record saying, Brother Hinton said, "Hey man, hey, all you guys are a gang, so everybody can get it." And he laughed. He kind of chuckled about something like that. So that definitely is
So it's
co-signing what he did.
So you
You said so
what? What?
black veteran are black police officers and white police
Of
officers all a part of the same gang? Or are
are
they
you
all
drunk?
part of the same gang?
Are you drunk right now?
you just saying.
No, but he definitely did say something
Okay,
like
okay.
that.
You understand what okay, so this is not even me or Tariq saying this. The federal government, the FBI, has stated that there are gangs inside the police departments, the
Wait, but I
outlaws, the regulators. I'm just telling you what the police has said, what the feds have said about this. They said that they cannot be trusted with confidential information because they themselves are gangs who require things like killing to be a part of the gangs. They even named it, regulators, outlaws, a bunch of other nonsense they got going on. So
so you're
yeah,
saying there's white supremacist organizations in law enforcement?
I'm not saying that the federal
Government
government is
said
saying
that.
that.
But the FBI is the federal government, which
That's what
by
they
your
They
said.
said
logic, which by your logic would be run by white supremacists too,
I
which I
didn't
don't
say
believe
that.
it
Well,
is.
you never heard me say that. I'm just telling you what they said. They did an independent investigation on the situation
They
where they
did it.
found
So
out. that
is
there
the
are
federal
several
government
gangs inside
is
of the police departments. Yep, that's what they said. This is what
is
this
the
they conclusion.
federal government objective? Is the federal
Listen,
government not run by white
okay,
supremacists too?
so
By your logic,
earlier, I didn't say this by the way, but earlier your statement was there were the other guy was talking about 53% murders, whatever, right?
yeah,
The
which is
same
not what's not untrue.
it definitely is not true. That's not what happened. So what they do is arrests, not convictions. And then did you know that 53% of all murder convictions that are overturned are Black Americans.
Well,
So that means of all the ones overturned,
when you
it's
guys
black.
are arrested, when you guys commit the most amount of crimes, when you guys
No,
are arrested for the
that's
most
not
amount of
no no
crimes, it's likely
that's
you're
not how that
most
looks.
that is you're most likely to be
Wait.
exonerated.
Hold
But
on, hold
look
on.
at
Wait,
One
what
second. Notice how he keeps saying "you guys." You notice how he keeps saying that? I'm gonna get you back on, Dan. I just wanted to stop there. He keeps saying how you guys. Where are you from? Where are you from? Because you always do that. You catch yourself slipping, you slip up and other yourself. Where are you from, Austin?
This is a white
This is a
man.
white man. Are you a white man, Austin?
Nah, man, I don't commit crimes, so I don't identify with the FBAs that commit crimes. So I do other myself from the people that commit crimes. I
Nah,
definitely other
that's not the
myself
type
from
of
them.
othering you was doing. At first, you was see. I know what. Wait. Have you taken statistics yet?
Yeah.
So
I
you
got it.
understand that when I say 1 in 8 Americans have worked at McDonald's before, I'm not saying 1 in 8 Americans currently work at McDonald's. You understand the difference, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
But
so
I'm
so
talking
so
about
so when you
but
look at the
it
numbers and it says 53% of arrests, right? What
yeah.
happens is in the murder, if they arrest 17 people to try to find who did the murder, those go towards stat line. But then
But
also you look at the number of exonerations and overturns, 52% of those
you're talking
are
about
Black Americans.
exonerations. I'm
No,
talking
no,
about if you
I'm giving you the number of how the stat breakdown
oh,
actually.
that's
You see
all
the
good and
raw
fine.
number. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. You see the
that's all
raw
good and fine.
number. All you guys do is quote the raw number. What I'm telling you is that when you look at the numbers that FBI broke down about the cops that have in gangs, they have shown they make a significant impact on cases based on which gang prosecutes who or brings forth the cases.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
again, this is the federal government. It's not me saying this, by the way.
Yeah,
And
and
these
the
are
federal. I'm just pointing out how hypocritical you are when you say that the federal government and local law enforcements aren't linked, as if to say that the federal
when
government
have you heard me say that?
isn't run by white supremacists as
Wait.
well.
When have you heard me
No,
say
but
that?
I'm no, but let me get back to this. Let me get back to
No,
this.
no. Because see, now you're
I
doing that
want you
thing
to
where you
look at.
assume
I
that I
want
said
you to
something.
look
I
at.
never said that.
No, but I'm telling you that. I'm telling
No,
you that the
so
federal
you're
government is
saying
not
that.
objective. I'm telling you the federal government is not objective.
Wait, so you saying the
I
federal
personally
government, when investigating itself, is not objective?
It's you're saying it wouldn't be objective if it's saying that white supremacists are running law enforcement
So
agencies, local law enforcement
it
agencies.
put out a police report about itself. It put out a report about itself that made itself look bad.
You're saying no. You said that they say that white supremacists are running local law enforcement
See,
agencies. That's
here's what
not
you know.
true.
Here's what you don't understand about this young fella. This is what they did, right? So the federal government goes to the
No, but can I make this point real
no,
quick?
I will. I got you after this. I promise. Just wait up. Take deep
All right, I
breath.
got you. I got
The
you.
federal government goes to the Senate because they have the purse, Congress, and they ask for more money. Now, the way they get more money is if they can prove they can handle more cases. Now, they've always known these people have ran these local police departments, but in order to get more money to prosecute more cases, they just simply expose them for what they was. That's something they already knew because the federal government does it too. I'm not saying the information they gave is wrong. I agree. I'm saying they've had it for a very long time, and they only did it to increase their budget. That's how politics works. You understand this when you graduate and you get into the real world and you find out just being a white man is not enough because you guys are being replaced by H-1B1 visas. That's another conversation for a different day. So
I mean,
when I tell
they're
you that
getting
they are
Trump's.
actually, they're not
Okay.
lying about that, telling the truth. So yeah, they definitely got the raw data. They got all the information. They broke it down. They submitted it, which is why you started to see more funding go to the federal police because they can prove that there are white supremacists actually in these gangs and uh, with these bad practices and a bunch of phony cases.
I mean, but okay. I guess what you're saying is true, but I mean, the argument against the 53% for the 13 commits 53% should be
No, no,
that
it's
black
not
areas are
commits.
that black areas are
Time
over
out, time out, time
policed,
out, time out. It's not commits, right? It's arrested for. Get the
arrested.
stat
No,
line
but
right.
you should say because black areas are over policed Because by your logic, I think you think that black areas are over policed because they're
I
black.
didn't say
You
that.
should say
That's
that.
not. Look, don't assume what I'm saying. I don't do that. I just stick to the numbers. The numbers simply say that when
No,
you look
but
at the
dude, you
arrest
gotta look
records,
at the prison system, because most black people when they get black people when they get arrested, or
you're
when we
assuming
get
something.
arrested, we go to jail.
What's your
Black
point?
people when they get convicted, they go to prison.
What's your point?
The prison systems are vastly black. They're over 50% black.
What is
So
your point?
I'm telling you that the arrest number makes sense if the prison systems are full of black people, FBA specifically.
If you
So
go look at
I'm just telling you,
if you look at
go
any
look at
type
the
of
data with the prison systems.
if
It
you look at
doesn't
any
matter
type
about
of
exonerations. Black
if
people
you
are
look
the
at
prison
any
systems
type
are
of
full of black people.
organization around the world, I mean in America, including the military, by the way, you will see that black people often receive harsher penalties than their Caucasian or immigrant counterparts.
If they still
Again, that's not
committed a
me.
crime, they still are
No, no,
accused
no,
of a
no.
crime.
I'm
Have
saying
you
if
put
you look at the
yourself
numbers, you'll see what I'm saying. It's different, right? Justice is justice. It's
have
supposed to
you
be
put yourself
blind.
in a situation where you've even been accused of a crime? Because you're on X at like 2:30 Eastern time, so you definitely haven't put yourself in a situation where you've even been accused of a crime.
I mean,
How
this
come
is
a
not
lot of
this
black
this
people find themselves in situations where they're even accused of a
and a
crime?
lot of them find themselves standing around being falsely accused, and then 20 years later, there's
I
still
don't
some
know if
people
that's
apologizing
happening
for it.
in this generation. I don't know. It maybe was
Well,
happening in the
look,
1960s and
again, this is not me.
1970s.
This is
But
not me saying this, but if you look at the numbers, 53% of all exonerations from murder are black people in America, from
yo,
America.
someone grok this for me. What
Look it
percentage
up.
of the prison systems are black? What percentage of the prison systems are
That's
black?
completely relevant
And
to the point
that'll
I'm
give
making.
you. That's not irrelevant at all. That
It's
directly
completely
ties in.
irrelevant.
That directly
All
ties
it does
in.
is shows
When
that
you
the
get convicted
person
of
to
a
be
crime,
falsely
you go to
convicted is
prison.
more than likely going to be a foundational black American.
When you get convicted of a crime, you get sent to prison.
That's
So I
because
don't know.
bias
That
is still going to
directly
exist.
ties in. That directly ties into it because the
Wait,
prison systems are full of black people.
this is ridiculous. What's your major again?
I'm actuarial science.
What?
I'm actuarial science. You wouldn't know what that is, but
No, I'm saying like what the like, I just go to school forever. Anyway, whatever. I guess,
no,
man.
it's a solid job. There's a decent amount of jobs open for us, so
No,
that's
it's
why I
not.
was
It's
like,
about to be over. All
it's
right, whatever.
somewhat like it's kind of like data analytics, but whatever.
Yeah, and AI can't do that. Whatever. Anyway, but that's your
AI can
shit.
do basically anything,
Anyway,
bro. I
but
don't
look,
know
all
what
right.
you're
Appreciate
saying.
the flex,
That's not a
man.
logical.
This kid's drunk. Yeah, sober up, kid, man.
This guy didn't prove anything.
Yeah, you do because you just trolling basically.
Yeah,
That's not
you don't
trolling. That's
you,
not trolling. You haven't been able to bunk whatever I said. It's only logical to
bro.
conclude that black
You
people
just
commit
admitted. No. That's just not what it means. That means literally the system itself is telling you that hey, we get it wrong, and half the
and
time we
they
get
get
it
it wrong
wrong.
and they get it wrong yet
Okay, if
yet
we
the
make
prison
up, listen. All
systems
right,
are
look. You know
majority
what?
black. The prison
Because
systems are majority
you
black.
said you took statistics, right?
Of course I did, bro.
So
Yes,
if they
I'm
have
a math
exonerations,
major.
oh, congratulations. So this should be very easy, simple math for you to keep up with. If we make up 13% of the population and half the exonerations for a specific crime, because
And more than half the prison system. And more than half the prison system.
listen, and you'll learn. You jumping ahead.
That's
If we
not
make
jumping
up,
ahead. That's a logical conclusion, bro.
kid,
You need to learn
listen,
logic. You just need to
listen,
learn logic.
listen to the whole story. You can't solve the problem. You got all the variables, right? All right, listen. Anyway, if we make up 13% of the population, like they claim, and 50% of the exonerations for murders are us, that shows you a disproportionate amount. True or false?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so that means if they were to get it wrong, statistically speaking, who would they falsely accuse at a higher rate?
Black people.
Okay, dumbass, that's how it works. Like, how do you, like, what do you teach
You're
young
talking
people
about
these days?
false
No, I'm saying
accusations. I'm talking about people who have been
if you
convicted
are
of
exonerated from,
of
if
those
you are
same murders
exonerated,
of those same
you
mur-
understand what exoneration
you
does,
talking
right?
about
It overturns a
exoneration. You're
conviction.
talking about exonerations.
That's overturning a conviction,
But
genius.
I'm talking about the people who are sitting in prison right now.
Do you understand?
All those people are not likely to be exonerated. You do understand that,
Do
right?
you
You know the
understand
likelihood of
what it
exoneration.
takes for them to
Look up the
overturn a
likelihood of
conviction?
exoneration. Look up the
Yeah, I'm sure I know what the numbers are, but check it out. The likelihood of exoneration is what? And then 50% of that belongs to who? That's reinforcing my point. Uh,
Austin,
I think this kid is drunk.
yeah, he's
He
drunk.
might be high or something.
you're not proving anything, bro. I'm telling you, if you go to any prison
You
system
said
today,
yes to every one of my questions.
you'll find majority black people. By that
Okay,
logic,
that's not even argument.
the conversation's over. The conversation's over. Black people
No. That
commit
means
a disproportionate amount of crimes, and they get
that's not true.
arrested for a disproportionate amount of crimes, and they get convicted of a disproportionate amount of crimes. The
Okay.
conversation's over.
What's the percentage of Caucasian men in this country again?
Aren't they like damn near 60 or 61, 62, something like that?
29 or something like that. Just the men.
White men? Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're probably like they might be 30. Yeah, they're closer to 30. You're right.
All right. So, and they commit 80% of the violent sexual assault crimes. Did you know that?
Violent sexual assault. Yeah, so they're probably arrested for violent sexual assault crime. Granted, that doesn't happen often. They're not a that's not it's not an often crime committed. So
It really is, and they do it a lot.
which murder's not a crime
Exactly.
that's
Murder's
committed
not
often.
common. There was 8,000
But I
murders last
mean,
year.
black people commit other crimes like
Listen.
robbery,
8,000 murders last year for a country of
aggravated
350 million
assault,
people is not a lot.
aggravated assault. So that violent
Yeah,
crime,
white people commit the same type of crimes. So you know what? They get less
not
time
at
for.
not at a rate that black people commit, bro.
You're right. You're right. Actually, it's at a higher rate.
It is not.
Yes, it is. That's why they have to use the per capita thing so it can make sense. Because if
No,
you don't,
no,
if you
it's
just look at
per.
the raw numbers, you know, like I know, if you just look at the raw numbers, it's not even close.
I haven't really looked at the FBI crime
I
statistics
can
recently,
tell you haven't done it because you don't know what you're
but
talking about.
I think it is in raw numbers. I think black people commit
No,
the most. I
No,
know for a fact they commit the most murders. In total, they commit the most murders.
you consider drunk driving murder?
Um, I mean, no,
Why not? You taking a life?
killing someone while drunk driving is murder, but just drunk driving
Yeah, that's
itself
what I'm
is not
saying.
a murder.
Killing somebody while drunk driving. They commit 12,000 of those a year.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's not. I guess it's all about intent. I don't think they intended to
No.
kill
That's not,
someone.
no. What does that matter? How much
Well,
does that
yeah, when
matter
you're
to the person
convicted
that
of,
died?
I mean, that's like I'm not an expert in the law. You're
also,
probably
I
also
know.
another thing they don't explain with black people, a group of black people will get charged for murder when one person commits a murder. They don't do that with white people. That's another thing. One black person commits murder, and the other black people who knew the guy or whatever, they'll charge them with the same murder. So 5 black people will go to jail for murder. So you got 5 murderers, and they didn't even pull the trigger, but they'll get charged with murder. That doesn't happen with white people. For example, Max B, the rapper who just got released, he was in jail for murder, but he wasn't the murderer. It was some people that he was connected with. So that's another thing. They don't do that with white people. In fact, white people who pull the trigger, they get the benefit to say, well, it was some kind of self-defense, like a Kyle Rittenhouse or people like that.
well, no, it's because mainly young black men
That's how they
when
got
they
Tay Tay because he
congregate
didn't actually
when
shoot
young
anybody.
black
He was
men
just there.
congregate when young black men congregate like that, they usually when young black men get around each other, especially like when they're under 21, under
Yeah,
my
but it's
age,
stereotypes.
they get around each other and they tend to do very bad things when they get around each other.
What are you talking about?
Same with white boys, but when they congregate, they usually go rob someone. They rob an individual person, and so if all of them intended to harm that person, and you know.
Stop trolling, all right? Because now your trolling is getting bored. Now you're trolling. We're not going to do that. Stop trolling. All right, bring some facts and stop trolling.
Is that not how dude, if you look at it, my dad was in Alabama, but my dad went to Tuskegee, which is funny, Tariq. That's why you claim I'm not FBA. My dad went to Tuskegee. My bad for cussing.
No,
My dad went to Tuskegee.
you
So
said was a
bro, my dad's 67 years old. He went to Tuskegee University.
said your granddad was a sharecropper. You're 21. You were born in 2004, dude. Your grandfather wasn't no damn sharecropper, and you're 21. Are you insane? You think we can't count?
No. My
Just
mom's
lying for
like
no reason.
my mom's 64 and her she didn't really have a dad. So
Your mom had you at 43.
Your
it
mom,
was my mom's dad that was a sharecropper. And so he died when he died probably a couple days after I was born got it a couple days before I was born. So he was like 95 when I was born. So he died a couple days before I
Your
was born.
mom had you when she was 43 years old.
Yes, or something like that. Yeah,
You sure?
around there. Positive. Yeah, my mom had me really late. My mom had
Nah,
me really late.
this dude is trolling. Look, all right,
I'm
appreciate it,
not
Tariq.
trolling, bro. I'm just telling you facts. But
yeah,
I'm saying though, like, not Tariq. You telling me bad things don't tend to
sir,
happen when black people get around each other. Young black people
sir,
get around each other.
Third, you're a lying tether. All right, and you've proven yourself to be a liar over and over again. Just like you said, I celebrated um what's his name, and yeah, you lied about that. And if you lie about one thing, you lie about something else. So you've established yourself as a lie tether troll.
Bro, no, I'm not, Tariq. Bro, I just wanted to ask you.
Get your ass out of here. All right. Lying tether troll. All right, Ray, let's get Ray in here. Yeah, I think Austin might be like moist. And a lot of these trolls, they'll just these dudes, they just like to talk to men. So they just keep saying dumb shit so a man can keep talking to him. I think he's laying in his bed in a thong. He sounds like one of them. A lot of these dudes, that's how they flirt. These sassy, bussified dudes, that's kind of how they flirt. They just say a bunch of dumb shit so a man can talk to them. They want men to talk to them. And he's sitting up there rubbing a stick of damn margarine on his stomach, just doing some real moist shit while I'm not trying to help this nigga get off. All right. Ray,
What's going on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing, Ray?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I just wanted to say, bro, I appreciate you. You feel me? I've been listening to
Yep.
you for about 2 months now,
Yes, sir.
and you say exactly how I always felt. And it's
Mm,
like, damn. I'm thinking like I come across a lot of people who try to speak up for us, but they got a different agenda for somebody else. You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? But you the only person I've ever came across with a platform that speak up for what we need as us, not nobody else. Us, not no
Hmm.
immigrants, not you, bro. Me and the immigrant make the same amount of hour, but he get food stamps, and I don't qualify for him.
Mm, mm,
They say I make too much, but he
wow.
get food stamps.
Mm,
So that I'm like that shit like that. You speak up for people like us, and don't nobody do that but you, and that's dangerous. But man, hats off to you, bro. I really appreciate you, bro. I started following you on TikTok under Blackbeard, bro. I really appreciate you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you up.
man, I appreciate that. Yeah, man. He brought up a good point, man. Our people needed representation. We needed somebody to speak up. I don't know all this scared shit. No, dude, I have too much respect and love and honor for our lineage to just let people disrespect, let people try to erase us. No, we're not. No, no, no. And I don't mind offending other people. If you're not going to respect our lineage, you should be disrespected. You should be offended. Yeah, I'm not. I don't play that go along to get along shit. When we got folks just blatantly disrespecting our lineage, just like Austin, he's a tether. And now what they're doing, they're trying to pretend that they're foundational Black American. They're trying to fake the funk. We know. Stop it. You're a tether, and we're just not letting tethers disrespect no more. We're not letting the white supremacists disrespect. We're not letting tethers disrespect. We're not playing that game. All right. Let's get Victor. Victor, hop on in. Victor, unmute your microphone, sir. All right, Mr. Victor, you ain't saying nothing.
Oh, hey, I'm right here.
There you go. What's going on with you, Victor?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind, Victor? What city you in, by the way?
Well, I just kind of jumped in. I was listening to what everybody else was talking about.
TikTok, it's the interface is a little bit better. It's a little better. You could see people, and it's a whole different vibe. But I gotta come over here to chop up with the family. I still come over to chop up with the family. Um, Let me see. Y'all raise the hands. Raise the hands. Hood Asian, you're boring. Your trolling failed, sir. So just charge that to the game. You're not that witty. Let's get Ebony Lexi. I had Ebony. I was talking to her on TikTok the other day. What's up, Ebony? How are you, dear? What's up, Nice Day? I see you down there, Nice Day. I know you.
Hi, I'm well. How are you
Hey,
tonight?
how you doing, dear?
Well, this morning, I was calling because I wanted to talk to that dude, Austin,
Yeah,
but he already had hung up. Because I think I told you before that I worked in the prison,
yeah,
and when I worked in the prison, I don't know how it is like all over the United States, but I worked in Massachusetts State Prison, and there was more Hispanic people in there than anybody.
oh yeah,
So there was more Hispanic people in there, and so maybe like 40% Hispanic. Then it could have been about 30% black people. But when I say black people, I'm not talking about just FBAs, black as far as the color of the skin,
yeah,
Jamaican, Haitian, just different races and nationalities of the black people as far as the skin. And then it was white people, and then maybe like 5% Asian. There was like one Asian person in there, like where I worked.
yeah.
But more of the white people that were in there, they were more lifers, and they were in there for murder.
Oh yeah, yeah,
The black people, there were a couple lifers that did murder, but they were more so in there for like drugs and things like selling drugs. It was more murder in the white people.
yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to like debate with this dude because he really didn't know what he was talking about. The prisons aren't flooded with black people. It's more Hispanic than anything.
There you go. Thank you so much, Ebony. But yeah, you got.
Yeah, sorry.
He's arguing in bad faith. Yeah, so you're bringing facts to a lying tether troll. Yeah, they when they're arguing in bad faith, it don't even matter. They can be debunked, and they're just going to start trolling out. But I'm gonna go over to speaking of TikTok, I'm gonna hit a TikTok space tonight. So y'all follow me over there on TikTok. Y'all hit me up, follow me over there, ladies and gentlemen. And y'all go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Get tickets to join me this weekend at the Hilarious Harvest Hangout. It's going to be a vibe, great music, great comics, great food. It's going to be a vibe. HiddenHistoryMuseum.com. All right, I'm up out of here. Puppy Akute.
Good way, good way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good way, good way. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Good way, good way.